What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Zen Perry Project, or GMGF Radio, whatever we're going to call it today. I'm all gummed up because we have Gummy in the house in the chateau down below.
What up?
Thanks for coming. We
Yeah.
we made it happen.
We did make it happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Long time in the coming.
Yeah.
So, let's just get into it.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to?
Well,
We just finished mastering our EP yesterday.
so hype.
Yeah, super hype.
Been a long time. We've been working on it since like March. Like we started the recording process in March with like our first single.
So last
So
March.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys should introduce yourselves, by the way. Let's do that.
So true.
Yeah.
Very true. I'm Max. I play guitar and Gummy.
I'm Ava and I play bass.
And we are missing Julian, who smashes the drums for y'all.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all right.
Classic.
Here in spirit.
No, literally.
Yeah.
We'll have a little cutout pop up right here, or just laid across all three of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have like our characters in Gummy universe too. Gummy's like based off these like 3 characters that live kind of like solo in this universe together and like coexist in this weird, strange way. They can universe hop, they can shape shift, but my character in that universe is Gummy herself, and she's kind of like this like angry, well-intentioned girl who is kind of like short fuse, but like never wants to like really make people mad, and ends up doing that a lot, and kind of like ends up dealing with the repercussions. And I feel like that's a big theme in just like what we recorded and kind of like where we've been at, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then your character.
Yeah, my character is Mammon, and he's like this like shape-shifty devil and
God of the universe.
Yeah, he's like a god. And he's like Gummy's keeper kind of, and like it gives like some of the visuals that we're thinking of giving is like he's like, it looks like he could hurt Gummy, but he's really like protecting her and just like helping her, because like this universe, like weird things happen in it, I guess. It's just kind of like a weird universe.
Yeah, Gummy like can affect the universe by like how she feels or what she does, and like it kind of like shifts and reflects with her. So Mammon is very much the role of like keeping her sane, keeping her level, like making sure she's not like literally destroying the fabric of the universe kind of moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
How the hell did you come up with that, or where did that come from?
Well, first Ava had this idea of like being Gummy, and that's what made me make like the band name, because at first I was like, I don't really like the name Gummy, but when you give it, when it's like a girl's name, then I'm like, actually that's kind of sick.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
And then Mammon originally was gonna be like a scary dog or like Gummy's pet, and then we just kind of like grew off of that.
Yeah, it kind of just like made sense from there in terms of like even like our dynamic, and just like how Gummy that affects the universe for this like almost like pet like figure to actually be the thing that's like we were just talking about your friend like walking this dog, like whatever, like the dog kind of like walks you a lot of the time, you know. And so Gummy's kind of like following the like well intentions of Mammon to like keep herself like level and make sure she's not like disrupting things. Really.
Okay. Would you say this is kind of your guys' relationship?
I wouldn't say I protect Ava. It was, you know, like what would I mean, if it needed to happen, I wouldn't like not, but like it's like, I'm not like I'm Ava's protector. Like, like
I feel like it's like different iterations of our relationship too, where it's like sometimes it's like the opposite and sometimes it's that way. Yeah. And it kind of just like depends where we're at or whatever. But it like, I feel like came from like that like basis of like, just like when you're really there for someone and like it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah. Mammon and Gummy in this universe are like they're like family, and I feel like Ava and I are like family. Yeah. So in that aspect, yeah.
It's beautiful.
For sure. Yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Okay.
We met at Lesbian Night at the Woods like years ago.
Like
and
5 years
Is
ago.
that like is that like a bar?
The Woods is a bar.
Okay.
But they have lesbian night every Wednesday. And so it's like it's giving, like everyone's there. It used to be way more like people would like talk to each other and like more like social whatever, and now it's kind of like changed because of like TikTok and stuff. But when we were in that era, like everyone was just like, oh my god, hey.
Yeah, like we just started talking and we got each other's Instagrams or TikTok. I mean, we got each other's TikToks and then we forgot about it. Like we didn't talk for years.
Yeah. And then Max started posting all these guitar covers, and I was like, in that moment, like when I was like seeing those, I was like, okay, like I have been like working on bass stuff, like been working on this project or like theorizing about this project. Like, do you want to just like do this? And
yeah, I thought it was awesome.
How long ago was that?
When was that?
Like at least
over a year.
2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Something like
Sick.
that. Yeah. Long time in the making.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Rad. I'm still thinking about the story. That I mean, so I read it on your guys' Spotify, and I was like, I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, we put like that one was like an excerpt of like an idea that we had for Zipper, the first single that we put out. That was, we were just like theorizing. We were with our producer one day, and we were at his house, and we were like, let's just.
With
like
Tyler or something?
Tyler
Daniels,
Tyler from Velvet.
Yeah.
And he's awesome, and he's so like we were like in the middle of recording, we're like, okay, we need to take this like creative break, like we need to like do this. And so we just like went out, like shot something, like kind of just like got it together, and it really just became this story of pretty much, so there's our characters, and then there's Liminal Man, who is kind of like the harbinger of chaos in the universe. So Gummy is kind of like pulled to this direction of like, okay, I can like do good things, and like I can try to like be level, and like even though she's so kind of like all out there and like has whatever going on, and like would act however she would act without being like calmed and like directed lane wise by Mammon. But then there's Liminal Man, who is kind of like, he's dimension hopping, he's kind of has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And so we made this story for Zipper where we, like the one in our bio, that is about Liminal Man wanting to start this fire and wanting Gummy to help him and like do it with him. So he's kind of like egging her on and being like, all right, like let's do this. Like if we start this fire, we can like rip the dimension of the like the fabric of the universe, and I can get out of here and go wherever the fuck I want. So it's like this story basically of that happening and that being incited, and then Mammon kind of coming in and being like, chill, like there's like living beings in this universe that aren't just you, Gummy, and like it's like it's not worth it, whatever. So that's kind of where that one came from. But
It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's so weird and awesome. And then you met Ant, who is the guy who's filming our documentary, who has a movie coming out this Saturday called Dead Roach.
Oh, hell yeah. Where is it coming out?
He's having the premiere at Low Cinema. It's sold out. You can't come, but
Okay.
it's but then I'm also working on some other projects with him. But with everything you're saying right now, I would love to, if you guys are looking to work on a music video with him, you know,
literally.
this is like the sort of shit that he lives for. So
Literally.
like,
I watched some of his stuff, and
it's
very like
fucking weird.
experimental, weird vibe. That's like exactly what
we're working.
For.
He just sent me something for like some bondage story script, and then he was like, do you want to make some music for it? I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so cool though. And I like all the themes you're talking about within it. And hey, you guys are freaks. That's awesome.
I love it. We're actually recording, we're doing a music video. I think we're gonna do tomorrow pretty much. So it'll be it's this short that I made a few years ago that we based it off of, that I never ended up color grading and putting out, because I was like, I love this story, but it feels like there's something to it that isn't fully like making me be like, okay, like people like need to see this. And so we were talking about our single that's going to come out on the 12th, and wanting to do like video component for it so people can get to know our characters better and get to know the universe better. And in this short, there are 3 characters, and it just so like it works perfectly, really, that like we are gonna then be kind of hopping between our universe as characters and then in this universe, and like kind of showcasing how there's like that space to like move and like for our characters to like be different and be in different places. So it's gonna be good, but we have a lot of prep to do for it. We're gonna need to paint ourselves pretty much head to toe. So yeah, it's gonna be good. But yeah, our friend is shooting it. Our really talented friend Andrea, who is a photographer and is kind of like moving into video and other kind of things, and she's just like always has been like, I showed her that short years ago and she was like, I love this, like it like really, I don't know, we like really connect, we're very much like wavelength connected, and so she like really like saw it, and then once we were like, okay, like we want to like loop this into the Gummy universe, she was like, okay, that makes perfect sense, like let's do it.
That's such a cool thing to do, you know?
Yeah.
Like love, and I was talking to, I had Lizzie Darko on the show like 2 years ago. Yeah, just the idea of like world building was something that always kind of came up, and it's like a fucking hard thing to do. For sure. And we try to do it with Dirtbag Ivy, and it's like kind of our thing is like end of the world dive bar meets like guys who are just like who have tried everything in their lives and just constantly fucked people over accidentally, and just because we're like hurt and scared.
Yeah,
like, basically that is what
That's
Dirtbag Ivy kind of is.
Yeah.
And how to put that in the universe, but you guys have cool characters, and it kinda, I feel, and also Zipper, listened to it a few times today. The way that song opens up, like you guys, there's something you guys are doing, especially when you guys play live, where it's like, especially with your guitar effects and the way you're going through the vocals, like it's more than just, it's really hard to like pin you guys down in a certain style, but there's like elements that like have a through line that make your music really interesting and intriguing to listen to. So
that's the goal. We're very like different, so many different like influences, I feel like, and that is one of the comments honestly that we get most frequently, I would say, like after our shows or when people listen to our music, that like it's hard to pin it to a genre, and like to me that's the perfect thing, because like it's kind of like, I guess, speaks to the like universe, just like how multifaceted it is, like going in between different universes, but like at the end of the day just like still living in this one place together,
the chaos and beauty of it, or something like that. That sounded better in my head. Where are you guys from?
Chicago.
I'm from Westchester.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how did you end up, well, I mean, you're closer. How'd you end up here?
I moved here in 2019. I wanted to be in a city, but I didn't want to be in Chicago anymore, and I have family here. I have family in Park Slope. So, I moved here.
Okay.
Yeah. I came here for college when I was like 17, and then I just like never left, because I'm very much like, I love being near my dog, I love being near my family. Like it's just like, I don't know. And
that's
like
awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like there were so many like creative connections that I made, and like friends that I made and stuff, and like everyone kind of ebbs and flows, and like people are like seasons and stuff, but it was just also constant that like I never really felt pulled to leaving.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it here.
Yeah.
What about you? Where are you from?
San Diego.
Oh.
3 of us in Dirtbag are from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been friends since we were like 10.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's so awesome.
I moved here 3 years ago, and it's been crazy. It's been fun.
What made you move?
I was living in Santa Cruz. It's like 70 miles south of San Francisco, beautiful like beach town. And I did that for 7 years, and I was like doing drumming out there, and I was playing in bands, and I was like, all right, it's like time to go.
Yeah.
I did LA. I don't really like, I like visiting LA. I don't like fucking living there. I like being able to take a train. I like being able to not, like I had a stick shift Jeep, and I was in traffic for 4 hours, just like,
oh my God.
And I was like, this is not that fun.
Like not fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard LA is like, you have friends, but like you can barely see them. So it's just like isolating.
Yeah. And the community aspect in New York City is just so much better, in my opinion. And like the music scene right now is like, I feel like I landed in such a like an amazing time like knowing
It's
the guys
so
in
true.
Lip Critic, like they were some of the first people who played with like Barbarian Law
Yeah.
and stuff. And then once we got into that, it was just like, it just kept on moving. Everybody's like just really supportive of each other. Nobody's trying to cut each other's throats to like get ahead. We're all like helping each other.
Yeah. No,
So,
truly.
And it doesn't matter what style of music or anything like that. People are just like, yeah, just like if you're doing something, it's inspiring me to do something. And that's cool.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I was gonna say I've never lived in LA. I was born in LA actually, but I moved when I was like 5 to New York.
Right.
So, but I feel like from the sense I've gotten, I've been watching I Love LA too. So like maybe I'm like feeling a little biased right now, but I literally got through it in like one night. I have a TV addiction. Like it's a problem. But like, I feel like the sense that I've gotten from that is just like so anti like the building each other up, like not like, I don't know. I mean, it's also hard like when you see people doing things that you're so inspired by, not to get like thrown off by that and be like whatever if you're in an environment where everyone else is kind of like one track minded. And so it's nice that here people genuinely, like you're saying, are like really just like there for whatever kind of music you're doing. Like they're inspired that you're doing something, like you're inspired that they're doing something, like, and I feel like that's like the band scene that like we're a part of has just like is all that. And like it makes it easier to like, even when you're like going to the studio and recording, like it makes it like more pleasant because you're like, I'm so excited to share this with my friends. And like it's just like,
right, that's like more what it's about than, I don't know, getting big and all that stuff. And like, you know, literally. And also the great like equalizer of New York City is like you can be at a bar next to somebody and they're like very famous and they're just sitting there just like everybody else who like doesn't have any money in their bank account, you know.
No,
it's
literally.
like, and people, just because you have money and fame and stuff like that does not mean you're happy, like so
no,
it's an interesting, like, and everybody you have to deal with stuff. You have to deal with like health and relationships and all this stuff. And like, so when do you find the time and making money like to live
and
here?
that part,
and that part, so it's like, so how do you find the time to actually like make anything, like be creative, like talk about your shit? So I don't know, it's everybody's doing it at the same time and it's hard to live here, but it like makes it so much more worth it when you like just make anything, like,
no, truly, truly.
And the bar here is much higher than everywhere else because like even like the worst band here is just like better,
so great.
No.
Like, no, literally. Yeah, it's like, it's, I don't know. I mean, even like when before Max and I like started working together and stuff like that, like that was more of an era where I was like homebodying and I was just like being by myself and like doing my own creative thing. And like being a creative person is really important to me, obviously, and like makes me feel good and I need that. But I feel like everything like completely 180'd and changed, and like I became so much happier when I started like going to shows more and just like talking to the bands and telling them that I loved like this vocal thing that they did or whatever, because like like people will level with each other. Like people want to be like, oh yeah, this is the pedal that I use, like this is the, like, I don't know, like just it's so important. And like I feel like that has pushed us too in our music to like make what we want and like have like your time, like saying like that time and creative space for it, where like before when I was more like homebodying and whatever, like it was like, ugh, like I need to work on this and like whatever, you know. So yeah, I don't know, it's important.
Were you guys in bands before?
Yeah, I was in a few different projects. None of them were really like serious or stuck. When I first moved here, I was in this project called House of Creation, and it was like this like funky like dance-ish like music. And
Max is a blues girl.
yeah, I love blues.
That was our original thing. Like Jake and I, the singer, like blues. Yeah,
really?
There's so many videos of us being like 12 years old, just like
that's
playing
awesome.
like blues. Like we just had our third divorce or something like that.
I need to see that.
Yeah, I must see this. But no, yeah, that's awesome. I love blues. Yeah, jazz band. I've been in like more like pop type of stuff. Yeah, and then I found this, and now I do this. But yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up like playing drums, but I wasn't playing drums in bands. Like I was more like doing it at school, taking lessons, playing in like school band, stuff like that. And then my thing became like I was a competitive dancer for a really long time. Like I was in dance school from like 9 to 5 in high school. Like that was where all of my time and energy was going. And then I mean, I'm a rhythm section person. So I was like, I started playing bass and was really just more doing it by myself and like having fun and playing with tones. Like, I mean, obviously you hear it in our music, but like I'm big on like that grit and distortion and like whatever. And it was more of just like an internal thing for me to like
figure out the sound.
Yeah, like I was
no, but
just
it works
like,
because Ava, the way we play isn't like bass is like a background thing. It's like bass and guitar are both very present, and I think that's like a really important thing to our sound for sure.
Yeah, I was playing with like very loosely with a few people for a little bit and just like creatively needed fuzz and distortion and like drive, like, and it felt more like all the strings were like fighting each other and like it was like too messy for where the project was going in terms of like the sonic landscape. And so like then this came together and it works perfectly because like our like string section is more like communicating, you know,
Right.
like talking to each other and stuff.
How did you guys, like, with going into the studio, was that like a pain in the ass to figure out? Did you kind of know what you wanted to do before Tyler helped you out? What was that process like?
Did help with tone a lot, but it was very collaborative. And also I feel like we just kind of fell into that like off the bat, so it was easier because it was kind of a natural thing for like how I play guitar and how Ava plays bass to kind of just like go with each other.
Yeah. Like that was kind of just like how we started. Like I don't think we ever had a practice where it was like the bass plays the role that like a bass would usually play. Like I think we went in with it being like, okay, like distort the fuck out of this, like overdrive the guitar, and like that kind of, then like I feel like when we went into the studio it was a lot of like playing with different pedals and getting different noises and like kind of seeing where it sits. But there definitely were times where we were like, okay, like this distortion that we like might play with live or that we might play like be like rehearsing with needs to like learn how to sit together. And so it was a lot of like experimentation. I feel like we went double rat on a lot of stuff. Like we went like
which is like, crazy. Like I've never seen somebody or heard of someone using a double rat, but like it worked.
Yeah, like we just like really fucked around until we like figured it out, I guess. But yeah, it was a lot of like we went in with like a fuzz factory too. Like that was like the fuzz factory, the bane of Max's like whatever session that was, because it was just like there's so much sound that you can get from it, and it's such a diverse pedal. Our friend Ollie actually made it. They're so talented. They make like, you should hit them up, honestly. Sick. Like they make whatever pedal you want. They like mod
like,
everything out.
They're the most genuine person. Like they don't do it. They don't profit off of it. They charge you as much as it costs. So like it's really like just so important for like, it's very community focused because it's just like people who probably might not be able to afford like an $150 pedal. Ollie can make for you for like $50.
Yeah, so literally. Ollie came over as well one day and just like messed with the tones and stuff with us, and like I don't know. It's like there were points too where we wanted like that huge feedback, like why does this sound like this noise, you know? And like that was like a big part of it. And then I guess the other part was kind of just playing with it until it was just right, that like we were sitting together in a way that like made sense. And I feel like that's been a big thing too during like our post process, where we're like very meticulous about how things sit, and like we don't mix like I think all bands like again would mix like bass and guitar or whatever. So it was very much like bring it up, like tone this down, like whatever, like these like tiny little changes until it was like, okay, like this is what we're going for.
Right.
But
that's fucking wild.
A lot.
That's cool. I mean, and just the fact of like you're just going for it sticks out, you know. What I mean, just generally speaking, where do you guys see this going? What are your goals?
I would love to be able to quit my job and do music full time.
Yeah.
So
this is like our
where
life.
I see this going. Yeah, like Gummy is like everything to me. I like
Sick.
care about this like with everything. So
I can tell.
Yeah, so
Cool.
I'll do anything. Like
Literally.
Our goals just keep going up, I think.
Yeah, like it, like you said, like it is everything, you know?
Cool.
And like we just have to keep writing, we have to keep ideating. Like I feel like it keeps us both so level and like where we should be just like as baseline people.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, I mean, next year we're planning on going to the West Coast. We're planning on doing different types of shows, like different types of like experimental shows and things like that are going to be cool. I think we're like working on the sound for our next album, trying to like figure out where that's going to go too. Like
for a while we were thinking we wanted to take it even a little bit heavier. But now that we're like making it kind of like this Deftones like sound is coming out, so I'm like, we can kind of just roll with whatever we do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm like really excited for that as well.
Yeah, like I feel like it's getting doomier, it's getting like a little gazier in a way, but it's still kind of like sticking with that core. Like it needs to like drive you to feel heavy, you know? So it's kind of like a balance. I feel like a lot of our stuff starts out with like just like simple, clean riff kind of situation, and then it just like builds and builds until it feels like it's hitting how we're feeling at the moment, which is usually just like like trying to get it out, you know. And like kind of hits that middle ground, I feel like. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
What pisses you off right now?
Oh my God, so many things. Many things are wrong, with the world. Mm-hmm. And I think that stems a lot of things for me. Just like everything going on and... Yeah.
Just everything.
Everything.
So yeah, basically everything is what pisses me off. What about you?
What about you? I mean... I feel like that is a big thing for us, and like that is
world events that are issues.
World events that are issues. It's like it's a big part of like, I don't know, just like going to shows too, and like feeling how everyone is feeling that, is like a big
feeling the community that's like wanting the right thing.
Yeah, and that's like I don't know, like a huge emotional saving grace for me. But I feel like in my general life, what's pissing me off? I lived in Berlin for a year, and I like having that experience of how people experience life there and then coming back here. It's like, I love New York, but America is so work heavy in a way where it's like, I need to be myself. I need to like, I'm a person that like, I want to speak my mind. I want to just like be who I am and like be able to like kind of like Gummy, just like be the character of whoever I feel like that morning, and like not have it be like something that is like detrimental to like a lifestyle, And I feel like when I was like living abroad, it was like much more focused on general happiness as a community. It's interesting because people say Berlin is very much like everyone's like head down, so serious, whatever. But the reason that they're doing it is because they care about themselves and like preserving their energy and stuff. And like, I feel like it just makes me angry that we have to do so many like upkeep things here that it doesn't feel like we do in other places or like in other cultures or whatever, where it's like, I just want to live, and if I want to feel angry one day, I want to be able to feel angry and just like feel it and like do it and not have it be like, okay, well, I'm feeling off, so now like my day at work is going to be different, and like I have to put myself aside and not be able to like blend those things, you know? Like it was kind of like when you're there in like Berlin or whatever, like if someone asks you how you are, like you are about to have a whole ass conversation. Like you are not going to be like, oh, I'm good, how are you? Like that's a rude answer there. And to me, like that is like the core of like something that has been irritating me recently, because I'm like,
you just want to be who you are.
Yeah, I love that.
I
Everybody's dealing with shit.
Yeah.
There's not a single person on the planet that doesn't have something going on.
Literally, it's like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, health, relationships, like what the things they're trying to do not going the way they want it to go, you know, family. Yeah, no, it's fine. That was a beautiful answer. Yeah. Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot lately too. It's like, it feels like doing upkeep at all feels like you're almost like falling behind. It's like, oh no, I was gonna crash the fuck out if I didn't take care of myself. And it's like, well, are you okay? It's like, yeah, no, that means I'm okay.
Right. Yeah. No, literally.
Like, as in like, no, I addressed the problem,
right,
rather than just pretending like it doesn't exist and just like going ahead.
Literally.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, even if I did, like, let me be angry for an hour, you know?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just have to be mad and thrash
that's all
out.
it has to be. I feel like people sometimes can just be like, you're not allowed to be angry. You have to be this like perfect person all the time. But it's like, you can be angry and still be productive and still be okay and still go on with your life and just feel this feeling. It doesn't, you know.
And that's Gummy, honestly.
Yeah.
Like being able
just
to like,
living
that.
in
letting yourself feel your feelings and
and not having it be like,
that's the way to let them through.
Yeah.
No,
So
exactly.
that's the way to, like, yeah, I don't know. This is something I've learned lately. You know, it's just like,
same.
if I just like suppress the fuck out of something, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It just stays back
It's
there,
not
and then
like-
like, and then
so hard
I'll
to
blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm much older than you guys, and I just learned that. Like,
no, and as it goes.
I feel like this past year, like especially with anxiety, like I've learned like, oh, like I'm not gonna die if I just let myself feel anxious. Like I don't have to like drink or take something or do anything. Like I can literally just let myself feel horrible for a while, and that's okay. Like it's a human emotion, and I'll push through it, and it'll be okay. And like I learned that this year, especially like with all the performances and like just dealing with your life and then going on stage, and it's just like sometimes I feel like I'm like, oh my god, like I've had the worst day, I'm so anxious, I'm so upset, how am I gonna do this? And then it's like, it's okay to be present and come as you are. Like you don't have to put on a face or anything. Like you could just come as you are, and people are gonna love you either way.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's kind of Mammon to Gummy, I feel like too, where it's like Gummy is like Gummy is sensitive and has all these things that she's like, you know, easily irritated about or whatever, and Mammon's just like, that's fine, you know. It's just like, you don't need to like blow up the rest of our world coexisting because of it. You can just feel it and be with me and feel it, you know.
I think everybody's so scared of like going down the rabbit hole and letting themselves feel their emotions.
It's scary.
Because you're like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, like taking acid or something like that. You're like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna come back, like you know, and you're like, like, that's like the only way out is kind of through. Yeah, that's that, especially with like performing. Or like, I mean, I stopped drinking like almost 8 months ago, and it's like, at first that was so scary, like, you know, being with my best friend, everybody else drinks around me, everybody else does drugs around me, and I'm just like, for me, I was like suppressing so much shit where I'm like, I cannot like just keep going, I'm gonna die. And like I was like, oh wait, if I just like feel these feelings, and I'm like, then I don't have to suppress anything, then I am coming to the table like as a whole person, rather than just like trying to shove something away for a little bit. Yeah, and I think also, and I was scared about like fucking creating music, you know, because I always done shit just like blackout drunk, and like I was like, oh man, that was so cool what I did yesterday. But it was really me just like allowing all these barriers that I had down before, and now I just like, since I worked through those barriers, and now I'm just fucking happy to just be alive.
Yeah.
For once, and like to get to experience. We're not here for very long on this planet, so it's like, well, yeah, stuff's gonna suck, so I might as well just like somehow figure out how to enjoy it. Like,
No, literally.
like, like everybody has problems. Like, not a single person on the planet doesn't. Yeah, it's really cool. I like what you're saying about all this stuff, and really excited to see where you guys go. I don't know. What do you got to tell the people, the fans? What do you got to tell Like what's coming up? So you guys got EP. Do you guys have some singles coming out?
Yeah, we got a single coming out on the 12th, so in a few days, and then our EP is coming out some point in January.
The 23rd.
Yeah,
So.
probably the 22nd or the 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. I'm kind of scared to release the single because that's like the most emotional one.
Yeah, how so? Oh, you got to talk about that.
Well, it's very much a true story about being in like a clouded situation where you don't want to let go and the person that you're around doesn't want to let go. And when you love someone, you're always going to be there for each other, even if it's making your life worse or their life worse, and still being able to like appreciate like when they're there, you know? I mean, half the song is pretty much me saying you're there. And it's just like, I don't know, that is just, every time I perform it, it's just such a, I'm like, fuck. Like, it's just, I'm like, it's not about anyone that like I'm really like in current communications with or anything. So it's not like a present thing, and I can kind of pull away and see that like maybe part of it is about me. Maybe it's about how I'm always there, even if like there's something that is like going wrong in like my close circle or in my like personal life. Like I'm not just gonna like disappear. Like I am gonna always have to be there for myself and wake up and like take my medicine.
And like inner child stuff too. Like your inner, the song could be so like, I'm not the one who wrote the lyrics, so like someone looking in on it and like reading the lyrics, the song could be so open for interpretation, and like it could be younger child, it could be even about like a domestic violence situation. Like it's just so like, I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate on it on like a deep level in some way. Yeah. And yeah, like if I listen to the song and read the lyrics at the same time, I literally get chills because it's just so heavy.
Yeah. I get chills every time we perform it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's very much like things that either I have done or that people have done for me. And like whether those are like super destructive or were super constructive, it's just like the heaviness of being like, damn, like you are really there with someone, and like even if you're the one that has to like get up and take the medicine every day, like maybe they're like opening the bottle or they're reminding you, and like I don't know, it's just like
big.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's probably like the most personal song on the EP to me. So it's going to be scary to release it, but...
And it's out.
And it's out!
Yeah. It's not your problem.
No, literally. Like, they can have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. And then we're doing the music video for that song and like really getting into that universe. And I think people... seeing kind of like that visual storyline that we're working off of will really feel like that sense of codependency and like the need for guidance, but also the need to kind of separate and just go crazy and be like, oh my God, like I'm going to like crash out because like I've realized what's happening. But I think that's gonna also be big for us, honestly, like releasing really the first part of our visual universe in a way that's a bit longer form. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably release that between when we release the single and the EP. So sometime before like January, end of January. And then, I mean, yeah, we have some shows coming up the 18th of December, 19th of December, and then our EP release shows the 23rd.
Cool.
So, yeah,
and
I'm so
we'll
excited
release
for
this
that.
episode whenever that happens. And,
Yeah.
Cool. And then you have some stuff in January at all?
I mean,
Just our EP release.
yeah,
January 23rd.
Yeah, we're trying to take it
Where's
slow
that gonna
in
be at?
January.
The Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
It'll be good. I'm excited about the lineup. It's us, Systems Nominal, PFFU, who I'm
Huge fan.
ginormous fan of PFFU. I'm so
I literally
excited.
was jumping up and down when they said they would do
That's
that.
sick.
No, I mean, they are a huge influence for me too. Like,
Yeah.
Cranky number 3 is an insane song. You should listen to that. Lemon Sugar is an insane song, but they go crazy. And Main Era, who is also insane and also just dropped. I loved what they released.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped. They're coming out from a ways to play with us, so that's gonna be awesome. And like, they're all bands that I really like and I'm a big fan of, but I've never seen live. So
Same.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be perfect.
You made them come to you.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Free
great.
show for us.
Yeah.
Show. Yeah,
Cool.
it's gonna be
Well,
awesome.
I'll try to be there and
Yeah.
Yeah.
bring,
I'd
bring
love
the bring the guys. And,
Oh
Zoo.
yeah.
yeah.
No, for sure.
Sick.
Yeah. And then I mean, otherwise we've started writing again, which is so nice. Honestly.
Yeah. I cannot wait to start writing again.
Oh my god.
After Tuesday, I'm just like, okay.
You're like,
Yeah, it is.
okay, like
Yeah.
I can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because like we have all been writing different ideas and taking them to each other, and I really feel like they're all living in the same realm in terms of like sound and direction, and I feel like it just kind of like speaks to like where we are at emotionally in our lives as a band. So I'm excited to see where that goes, but we're kind of ready to like edit that video, stop down for a sec, and just like prep for this release. I mean, we have on our recordings, we have 2 guitars in a lot of it, we have synth in a lot of it, so we're kind of in the process right now of like getting that together, because usually when we've performed live with like a rhythm guitarist a few times, but it's usually just the 3 of us. So it's gonna be good to, and very cathartic for me, honestly, to be playing it live and have all of the elements that I'm hearing in my head. Like with the single, for example, like one of the main and most important sonic elements is usually not played live, but in my head I'm like,
Yeah, like I'm still hearing it, and it almost throws me off when we're playing the song live, and I'm like, wait, where's that part?
I know, and I'm like,
So-
why aren't like you like, to me I'm like, that's the part that I would like it's like people like aren't, I'm like,
We're like, you guys don't
they're
hear
not
that in
moving
your
to that,
head?
like what do you mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's gonna be really nice to like have, I don't know, either 4 or 5 piece play with us for that. And then I mean, after that, I mean, we have some shows starting to line up for later in the year. And then yeah, I mean, one of the things I'm really excited about is we have on the books right now for when we go to the West Coast to.
When are you going to West Coast? We're also
Like-
going to the West Coast.
Oh really? Wait, when?
Yeah. We're planning on releasing the album in spring, and then like early summer.
Is that when we're gonna do that?
I'm like, maybe we can make it work.
Still, and also we're from the West Coast, so like
True,
Yeah.
like maybe
yeah,
we'll be
we
like,
have like different like
Yeah.
spots lined up. We'll talk
That would
about
be so
that.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be
Figure
big
that
if we
out.
played
That
some
would be
shows. Yeah.
amazing.
No, that would be so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
We're trying to
We should
play
make that
up,
work.
and then at
Yeah.
the end of it, we're gonna do. There's this little like studio session live recorded called Playland, and they have the most insane, like, it's like this, pretty much it's kind of like little box worlds, and they have such cool sets. Like, they are so talented at what they do, and it works perfectly for us because, again, like, as universe hopping characters, like, we can really put ourselves in like different world we want to. And so it's going to be cool to kind of see what kind of set they're thinking of. I think we said September, and then see kind of like where our characters go, like maybe like write a little piece for that or a sample for that too, that like really puts us there. So that'll be cool. That's probably gonna be like the end of our little leg up there.
Sick.
But yeah, that'll be really fun. I'm excited
that sounds
for that.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's cool. I'll show you their stuff. They're
Anything else?
fun.
I don't think
I think we did it. I think the camera just shit itself, and I think
So true.
yeah,
Real.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's
I feel like that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
No, this has been
awesome.
so nice.
Yeah.
We're so excited to come.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Thank you for having
It
us.
was
Yes.
nice. It was nice. Like, yeah.
Honor.
I feel like y'all had some deeper stuff to talk about, and I was not wrong. That was good.
Yay. Yeah, no, this has been awesome. And it's so great to just like talk it out with someone, you know, especially like with your band kind of having I feel like honestly almost kind of similar emotional place that you guys are coming from in terms of like your world building to like hash it out and like see where, you know, things align. It's so interesting to hear about like where you guys are coming from and then be like, oh, like that's kind of like really similar to like the origin of like our universe, you know? Just, it's the community of it.
Well, that's something I've also kind of learned this year is like we're everybody's a lot more similar than we are different.
For sure.
Yeah, you know, initially people would all look at us and be like, these people have nothing in common, but like, no, we do. I get it. Like, I get what you guys are talking about.
Literally.
You know, relationships and how the dynamics work and taking care of yourself, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's fucking cool. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I think we'll wrap it up.
Cool.
Thanks for listening.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Everybody out there, do your
No.
thing.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.